let's get into
Did you
it,
see what
man.
I sent you about 50 Cent?
Yeah, I did. I did see what I read it. I read it as well. What you said about 50 Cent. 50 Cent is currently endorsing Trump, or according to the statement, he's endorsing Trump. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna read it, um, and then let's just react to it.
Yeah.
So 50 Cent says, "What the fuck? Vote for Trump. I'm out. Fuck New York. The Knicks never win anyway. I don't care Trump doesn't like black people. 62%? Are you out of your fucking mind?" So the 62% that he's talking about is what Joe Biden is proposing to tax the people that make over 400 grand. So
Right.
obviously 50 Cent falls in that category, as well as a lot of other celebrities. But we'll just stay on 50 Cent. 50 Cent is of the urban community. He's in the rap culture, the urban culture, as are we. Um, you react first, and then I'll go.
50 Cent's not leaving New York. 50 Cent talks a lot of garbage. So see how I was ready for you to say that. 50 Cent talks a lot of smack. 50 Cent's not leaving New York. I don't know about this tax plan. I know nothing of it. I didn't get a chance to look into it. So these numbers that they're broadcasting on the screen, I know nothing about them. If they are true, 62% is crazy. You know what I mean? What I will say on the other side, though, you have to understand that people that make majority of the time, people who make 400 grand or make a lot of money went through the mud to get that money. Like went through the dirt. Like probably had a few years where they were homeless or like struggling for money. You know what I mean? And then finally made it and then made their millions off of that or whatever their dream was or their passion. But they followed that passion. Or maybe they worked from somebody and build their way up. It doesn't matter how you got it. Everybody has to work hard to get it, especially if you're in the millions, if we're talking those level of figures, right? So for somebody to come along and say, listen, we as the government are going to take 62% of that money, of the people that work their ass off for it, and then we have people sitting at home on welfare and collecting CERB checks and getting subsidies, subsidized housing, and illegally, those people that are getting it and don't need it or shouldn't be getting it and abusing the system, those people are cool. They don't got to pay no taxes. Their taxes are very small. And yes, they're not making the same amount of money, but they're also not working. They're not they're not contributing to the economy. So you take all this money away from the people who own the businesses and who run and operate these businesses. It's only going to trickle down and affect the employees, the people who maintain the buildings, because they're not going to have the money to pay for the maintenance as high. Everything gets affected. So, 50 Cent's talking smack, but I understand where he's coming from as well. What do you think?
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think it's bullshit. Let me be fully clear. I think what 50 Cent is saying is bullshit. See, it's interesting that you addressed the financial part of it because you were trying to grasp why 50 reacted the way he reacted. Because you're like, yo, you want 62%, you want to tax 62% of my earnings? That's fucking
Right.
crazy. So it's interesting
That's the
that
way he made it sound.
I mean, but that's what you also got from his post. You know what
Right.
I got from the post?
What'd you get? What'd you get?
What he posted. He said, "I don't care if Trump doesn't care about black people."
That specific line.
Fuck yeah, that specific line.
Yeah,
Because you know
yeah,
what you're
yeah, yeah.
talking about, how they got it, and we're talking about 50 Cent now, because there's way too many examples to prove a point on either side. So we're strictly talking about 50 Cent. So if we're talking about 50 Cent getting it from the mud and selling crack and whatever he did, but let's talk about how he got them M's. How do you think he got them M's, Dre? Through music. Who do you think, let's be real, a lot of white people bought them records. A lot of white people bought them records. But who was holding it down? Who was riding for him? Who gave him that credibility? We did. This is the same shit that Kanye does. It's like you forget who held you down. You forget who put you in the position to make those millions. And now you're saying, I don't care if Trump doesn't care about black people. Fuck that. I'm worried about my money. Me, 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 me. this is the part that disgusts me. Like he's just concerned about his. Now that's not to say that 50 Cent doesn't give back. He absolutely 100% does. You know that big ass house that he bought from Tyson?
Yeah.
He sold the house and gave all the money away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He did this, I think it was 2018 or 2019. But that nigga is selfish to say something like that, especially now. And even if he was doing it for the sake of just trolling.
That's exactly what I was about to come back with. We already know 50.
But that doesn't matter, man. Because
he'll do anything for it. You have to understand, he's that mentality. I'll do anything to get that clout, to get that money.
Including what? Selling out your own people?
Anything. Like I'm telling you, there's some people in the world who are like that. It's not doesn't make it right.
And that's the problem that I have with it. Like, look, and this is how you know that this nigga is all about self. His own son, Marquise, his own son. He don't like. I can't. I don't have the quote, but he literally said, "Fuck that nigga." What father says that to his own son and means it?
But then he blames his son, and also blames his son for him being like that.
You know what I'm saying? So this is just a very selfish guy. Whether if he's trolling, he's trolling. There's a different way to get clout. It's dangerous. America's like just under 3 weeks out from an election, and this is the post that you put on your Instagram. The last time I look at it, it had like over 26,000 interactions. So him posting something like that is going to do one of two things. It's either going to energize and mobilize people who never voted before, so people who look like him that has never voted before, to now go out and be like, you know what, 50 Cent, fuck you, I'm going to go vote for Biden. Because they're going to do it out of just like anger, you know what I mean, fuck you. Or it's going to have the opposite effect, and people are going to be like, yeah, maybe I should go and vote for Trump. But guess who are the people thinking that? Not the 26 over 26,000 interactions. Do you think that even half of those people make over $400,000?
No, but most of those people that are probably interacting, I didn't even read the comments, but I definitely know what they're commenting on, and it's the same thing that you're commenting.
Right, but what I'm saying though is like, even if it's a troll, the troll is dangerous. You know Tomi Lahren?
Yeah,
the blonde girl. She commented on it, and she's like, "Oh, welcome to the Trump train."
Oh, like that's horrible. That's not. She's trolling too, but she knows what she's doing.
But again, a troll is what?
It's a game.
A troll is
a game. Somebody who just wants to get emotion out of somebody.
And it's exactly to get attention. But what are you drawing attention to? You're drawing attention to people voting for Trump. Now, look, at the end of the day, you can feel how you want. Like, I'm not an American. I'm not. My opinion doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? But 50 Cent, he's an American. He could vote. He has influence. Like, I just think it's bullshit, man. And I think I'm so sick of people just forgetting where they come from. I'm so sick of it, man. Like, they come from the mud. That's cool. They grind, and then they just forget. Like, you're selling a product. You wouldn't be where you are if people didn't buy that product. And the people that bought that product, they bought that based on like your beliefs that we related to. We said, yes, I believe that guy because I fucks with him. He says this. That's the same thing I would say. He did this. That's the same thing I would do in that situation. We bought into that image. And then we get this.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, like, a lot of people always said, like, yo, 50 Cent's a snake. He's definitely going to bite the hand that feeds him. Somebody said that he was eventually going to turn on Eminem, which he never did. But, I mean, I guess Ja Rule is somewhere sitting back, smoking a blunt, being like, this nigga. I tried to warn these guys. They didn't want to
listen. Let's be real. Power saved him. Like, Power, that TV show saved, because I don't know if anybody forgets about 50 before that show came out, but he was nowhere. Nobody wanted to make music with him. And the music that he was dropping wasn't very good. Like,
nope.
Like you could tell he didn't have the money for the production and the features that he used to. You know what I'm saying? So he got saved by that. But even in that span where he was kind of falling off, you have to ask yourself why nobody was there trying to help him. Like,
right.
He knows who he is. So he's probably coming from that mentality like, yo, when I was down and out, nobody was helping me, so why should I care about anybody else? Which is still a selfish mentality. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying, but like, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate on this one with him because I'm trying to understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean? Because it just, he might seem like he's stupid. 50 Cent is not dumb. He's not stupid. He knows exactly what he's doing. And this had a purpose other than just to get attention. Like,
look, man,
maybe it has the effect where people vote opposite.
Yeah, and maybe. But look, at the end of the day, I never said he was stupid. I think he's actually pretty smart. I just think, and I think we can both agree on this, is that he's selfish.
Yeah, 100%. Smart people can do dumb things too. That should be said.
Yeah, but like right now, it's just it's one thing like when everything is going good, everything is going good. Okay, to kind of do like some shitty things to your people and to turn your back on them. Like it's one thing, when things are really bad right now. Things are really, really bad. Now is not the time to be doing something like that. Like, everybody's got to be on code. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it could be a stranger. You walking down the street, somebody's messing with somebody. It's not a race thing. It's not a race thing. It's not about being racist. Not the point I'm trying to get across here. I'm just talking about unity. You walking down the street, you see somebody messing with somebody that looks like you. Yo, what's going on here? We have a problem? We don't do that. We don't do that. We divide ourselves so easily. And and it's not hard. It's not hard for us to divide so easily because you have people like this. You have the Kanye West. You have the 50 Cent, and the list goes on. People of like a lot of influence. When they should be unifying people, they choose to do the opposite. But it's not even for reasons that would benefit their people. It's for reasons that will benefit them. Yeah. He's concerned about his bottom line. It's just, I'm so sick of it, man. I remember when 50 first came out, I was such a big G-Unit fan. I was writing music, my shit started to sound like 50 Cent. Like, I was really influenced by him. Love his story. And then this happens. Disgusting.
It sucks. You know what sucks is that, and I guess it's because of their position. I wasn't gonna say this, but I'm gonna say what is the most difficult thing to do, but what we gotta stop doing is putting these celebrities on a pedestal, man. Like I get it. I understand why we put them on the pedestal, but we don't know these people. We don't know, we believe that we do because we see them and hear their music, so we believe that we know them, but we don't know them.
100%.
So to put these people on these high pedestals and expect them to do certain things just because of their position is foolish. That might just not be who they are. Right. You know what I mean? That's like 50 Cent might just be an asshole, like just straight up. And you can expect him to do the good things and be the good guy and all that stuff, but deep down, he is just an asshole. Like, that's just how it is. You know what I mean? Even with this whole stand-up, like this whole movement that we have, there's celebrities that they're called, like Will Smith got called up. Why isn't Will Smith saying anything? Why isn't Drake saying anything? Why? Maybe that's not what they do. Maybe what they do is what Beyonce does, and they start foundations and that type of stuff and contribute in other ways and not in the news. You know what I mean? Maybe people are just who they are. And when they show you who they are, whether they're celebrities or regular people, we just gotta believe that, man. We just gotta believe that. When they really show you who they are. Like 6ix9ine has a persona, and then we really saw who 6ix9ine was. Right. 50 Cent has the persona, and we know who 50 Cent really is. So
I know, but and you're right. You're right. You are 100% accurate. It's just you feel
it sucks.
Well, it sucks, but also you feel misled. You feel used. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? I could pull out some G-Unit CDs right now.
As you should. But as you should. But that's the world, baby.
I know, but
been doing that to everybody forever.
But it's the reason why it's messed up is because it's about influence. It's about influence. That's why people try to get these people of influence to endorse them. Trump,
right?
Biden. Like, look at how many celebrities are are pushing for Biden. They're like doing nudes and stuff. Like, people are going crazy. You know what I mean? Because it's not because this person is so great. It's because they have influence, legions of fans. Like Cardi B was pushing for Biden as well.
Right. She did a whole interview with him on Instagram. But yo, has Donald Trump tweeted about 50 Cent saying this yet?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
See, that's what we gotta check. We gotta check that out after. See if Donald Trump tweeted, because that'll make it real. It's like a tattoo, a girl tattooing your name on her body.
Well, I mean, Tomi Lahren was in there, but let's take a quick look at this, man, because it just, I don't know, man. Like,
if Trump didn't tweet about it, that's how not important it is. Because he'll literally tweet about the dumbest things. So if he thinks it's important, then they'll probably see some kind of tweet up there or something like that.
Well, no, I'm looking at his feed right now. I actually don't see anything about it, but
maybe tomorrow.
Give it some time. Time. This was brand new. Okay, well,
probably hasn't hit him yet.
I'm still disgusted. What's just as disgusting is so T.I. confirmed that Drake got pissed off.